أمورنا واحلل عقدة من ألسنتنا يفقهوا أقوالنا.
Okay, thank you, Vida. Okay, first of all, I would like to know, do you know who is absent today? Who is absent today?
Mila and
Akila. Do you know why they are absent today? Okay, both of them are sick, right? Alright, okay, first of all, I would like to check your attendance. I want you to raise your hand and say present aloud. Okay, Aisyah Aulia Nisa, Amala Roro, Akila, okay, Atia, Dia Rahmat, Maratu Soliha, Mufida, Nabila Iftihal, Nisa Rodia, Sabita Dini, Zika Mega. Alright, everyone has attended the class. No? Okay, everyone, I would like to say hello.
Hi. Hello.
Say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi.
No? Everyone, before we are going to start our lesson today, I want to ask you, have you ever go to the hospital?
Yes.
Have you ever go to the mosque?
Yes.
Have you ever go to the restaurant?
Yes.
If you go to some public places, do you know that there are several rules that you have to follow? Yes, of course. So in this class, I would like to set the rules. Okay, rules number 1, I want you to be active during my class. I don't anyone to sleep during my class or talking to each other, except for discussion time. Okay? Rule number 2, I want you to participate actively during my class. Every time you active and participate actively during my class, I will give you plus point. And this plus point will be accumulated during the semester. This will help you a lot in your final test and will help your score. Okay? Can you do that?
Yes.
Right now, before we go to our learning today, I would like to have ice breaking. Okay, it's ice breaking time. I want you to stand up, everyone. Please stand up. Okay, stand up, everyone. Alright, this is ice breaking games using numbers. Yeah, I want you to say number 1 until number 20 together. Okay, start from 1, then
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay, if you say number 1 until number 20, please mention number 5, number 10, number 15, and number 20 and change them to say okay. Right? If you say number 1 until number 20, don't mention number 5, number 10, number 15, and number 20. But you have to say okay. Okay? Let's start from now. Okay, let's practice. Let's try. 1,
2, 3, 4. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay.
Let's start from, this is group 1, group 2, group 3, 4, 5, and last one group 6. Start from you. Yes, say. 1. Next. 1, terus.
2, 3, 4,
Alright, terus. 6.
7, 8, 9.
Okay.
11,
12,
13, 14.
Okay. Alright. 16, 18.
19. Okay.
Alright. Start from number 1.
1,
2, 3, 4. Okay. Yes? 6.
8.
Okay, yes. 11.
13.
14.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, then you. Yeah. 16. 17. 18.
9.
Okay. This game is to make you concentrate during my lesson. Alright, so I want everyone to focus on the screen.
The voice means that the subject is doing the action, therefore it is an active subject. Passive voice means the subject is receiving the action, therefore this is the passive subject. So, to figure out whether a sentence is active or passive voice, look at the subject. Is the subject performing the action, active, or receiving the action, passive?
An example, the boy plays the piano.
Boy equals subject, plays equals verb, the boy is doing the action, therefore the boy is the active subject. Because the boy is the active subject,
Then this sentence is written in the active voice. The piano is played by the girl.
piano equals subject, is playing equals verb, the piano is receiving or not doing the action, therefore the piano is the passive subject. Because the piano is the passive subject,
Then this sentence is written in the passive voice.
why do we care? Active voice is more concise, easier to understand, and less work for your reader. Look at some examples. Two sentences.
The dog scares the cat. The cat is scared by the dog.
In the first sentence,
The dog scares the cat.
the dog is the subject of the sentence and is actively doing the verb's action. Dog equals active subject.
This sentence is written in the active voice.
Now the second sentence.
The cat is scared by the dog.
The cat is the subject of the sentence, but the cat is not doing the verb's action. Cat equals passive subject.
Therefore, this sentence is written in the passive.
What picture is it? What picture is it? Is the picture of ice cream? Do you like ice cream?
Yes.
Do you like ice cream? Because it's sweet. Alright. What else? Chewy. Okay. Is it delicious? Okay. What do you see in the picture? There is a girl eat ice cream. Do you want to eat ice cream? After this, you can go to the canteen to buy ice cream. Okay, right. If I can make a description about this picture, I can say the girl eats an ice cream. Sorry, the girl eats an ice cream. Okay, the girl eats an ice cream. Okay, let's go to the next sentence. Ice cream is eaten by the girl. Do you think both of the sentences refer to the same picture? Do you think that first sentence and the second sentence have the differences? What are the differences that you find in the sentence? Apa perbedaannya kira-kira? What do you think? Okay, the subject. What is the subject of the first sentence? What about the second sentence? Okay. Anything else? Do you have another opinion related to the first sentence and the second sentence? What the difference is? Object. Okay, the object. The first sentence, the object is ice cream. The second sentence, the object is the girl. So, if those sentences refer to the same picture, can we say the first sentence is active? Active sentence? Okay, in the active sentence, the doer or the subject do something. Ya, di sini the girl-nya do something. What does he do? She eats ice cream. What about the second sentence? Do ice cream eat the girl?
No.
So who is the subject here is still ice cream. What about the ice cream in this sentence? Ice cream is the subject who receive an action. Jadi dia itu yang menerima tindakan atau menerima aksi. Jadi siapa subjeknya? Ice cream. Objeknya siapa? The girl. So the subject in the sentence is subject who receive an action. Jadi dia adalah sebuah subjek yang menerima sebuah tindakan. What about the first sentence? This is the subject who do something or the subject doing something. But the second sentence, the subject is receiving something, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Today we are going to learn passive voice atau dalam bahasa Indonesia namanya kalimat pasif. Passive voice is a part of learning English. Do you think that learning English is very beneficial for you? It gives you a lot of advantages? Right, okay, let's see in this slide. Number one, the advantages of learning English. Let's see number one. English gives you more opportunities in career. Can we say that a lot of company right now, maybe French company that invest in Indonesia, they are expected their employer to be fluent in English. Do you think so? Yes. So, if you can speak English, it will give you wider opportunities to work in that company. Remember, French company will offer you a great salary. So if you can speak English, it means you can have a lot of money, right? Let's go to number two. Number two, if you can speak English, you can easily travel
is the passive voice? When do we use the passive voice? And how can I easily change the active voice to the passive voice? I'm Arnell from Arnell's Everyday English, and today I'm going to answer these 3 questions step by step. Today's lesson plan is, what is the passive voice? The grammatical structure? When to use the passive voice? Plus an important study tip, transforming from the active to the passive. Some sentences cannot be transformed into the passive. I'll tell you why. So, there's going to be a lot of information in this lesson. Get ready to take notes. Let's begin. What is the passive voice? So, voice is the opposite of the active voice. Everybody loves chocolate. Chocolate is loved by everybody. The lifeguard saved a man. Passive. A man was saved by the lifeguard. Decorators are painting my house. My house is being painted. Hey, here are 3 examples of the passive. Now, let's look at this grammar in more detail. Step 2, the grammatical structure. For the passive, you need be plus a past participle. Here are the forms of be. There's a lot. Are, is in the present. Was, were in the past. You can use being with perfect tenses and being in continuous tenses. The form of this, plus that past participle, which is verb number 3. Eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is my past participle. Played, played, played is my past participle. The 3 sentences from earlier, they all have be and that past participle. Step number 3. Why do we use the passive? 1. Action is more important or interesting than the person who does the action. £1 million were donated to the Children's Hospital. Wow, £1 million. That's a lot of money. This is very interesting. Who donated the money? It's not important. I'm interested in the information here. Number 2, the person who does the action is not known or not important. This beautiful bridge was built in 1732. Who built the bridge? Not important, or I don't know. You want to say who does the action? We use an agent. We form the agent using by plus person. Agent is optional. £1 million were donated to the Children's Hospital by the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is optional information. This beautiful bridge was built in 1732 by John Taylor Thomas. That's optional information. 100 chocolate cakes were sold on Sunday. Jones's Bakery.
Hey everyone, after you watch the video, do you know what is the social function of passive voice? Okay, let's take a look at the slide. What is social function of the passive voice? In the workplace or in academic situation, you may need to give a presentation about the process or procedure scientifically. For example, if you want to give the short talk or want to show about how to conduct survey subject, followed by to be is MR for the present, and the next is followed by verb 3, the verb 3. And by object is optional. Alright, let's go to something that you really need to know. Active sentence using transitive verb and sometimes use intransitive verb. What is intransitive and transitive verb? Let's see the picture. Let's see the slide. Transitive verb means that the verb needs an object. It means not every single verb followed by object, but some of them followed by object. And number 2, intransitive verb. What is intransitive verb? This verb does not need an object. Okay, let's take a look at the example. For transitive verb, this is for active sentence, we can say, Father reads a newspaper. Father is subject, reads is verb 1, and then followed by object in newspaper. That's for active sentence or active voice. What about the passive voice? We can change a newspaper, this is object, it becomes subject in passive voice, a newspaper. Remember, passive voice followed by to be and verb 3. So, to be in for newspaper is, and verb 3 is read. Remember, read is irregular verb. Read for the first one, read for the first 3, and read for the first 2. For first 2 and first 3 is the same. Yeah, read. So, the passive voice will be, passive form will be, the newspaper is read. We can add by optional, by agent, by father every morning. This is for the passive. Okay. That's transitive verb or verb that needs an object. What about the intransitive verb, the verb that does not need an object? For example, a baby cries. Let's see. A baby here is subject. Cries is the verb. But remember, verb cries cannot followed by object. Ya, setiap kata-kata menangis, tidur itu tidak bisa diikuti objek. So, a baby cries cannot change into passive. So, this sentence is intransitive verb or verb cries is intransitive verb and it cannot change into passive. Alright. So, after this, I would like you to take a look at your LKPD task 1. Okay, LKPD, now I want you to focus on task 1. Silakan dibuka LKPD-nya task 1. Right? There you can find there are several pictures and your job is you have to match the picture with the description that written in passive form. Okay, jelas? You will find several pictures and your job you have to match the picture with the description that provided on the box and find the structure. Let's discuss class 1 together. Okay? Number 1, do you think what is the best description of passive voice for number 1? Number 1 itu berarti yang mana? The water is pour into the tube. Betul. Ya, jadi nomor 1 itu adalah the water is poured into the tube. Itu adalah salah satu reaksi atau percobaan kimia. Let's go on number 2. What do you think number 2? The best description of number 2 is?
The water is heated
Very good. The water is heated until it boils. Okay, let's go to number 3. What is the best answer now for number 3?
The gas
The gas is collected in gas flask. So, go to number 4. What is the best description for number 4?
The result
The result is are recorded every 10 minutes. Alright, what about number 5? Which one is number 5?
the chemicals
The chemicals are poured
into
into measuring cups. Betul sekali. Number 6, which one is number 6?
the temperature
The temperature is taken with a thermometer. Oh, jadi itu temperatur kayak kopi atau apa sejenisnya diukur dengan Oke, silakan dicari. Di situ there are 6 passive voice from the text, and I would like you to find out which one is belong to the passive voice, and to present their work in front of the class. Alright? Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone?
Clear.
Okay. Right, have you find the passive voice from the text? Belum. Kemudian menunjukkan pasif. Tadi rumusnya ada subjek, kemudian to be, kemudian diutik kata kerja bentuk ketiga. Okay, find the passive voice. There are 3. There are 6. What about this group? Have you find the passive voice? How many? Ada berapa? Ada berapa? Kamu? 1. Ada 6. Coba dicari lagi. Oke, tadi apa? Ada subjek, ada to be, kemudian diutik kata kerja bentuk ketiga. Alright, maybe we can start the presentation. Who wants to present in front of the class? Sabina, would you like to present in front of the class, please? Silakan maju ke depan. Okay, give applause to Sabina, everyone. She found on the text. Okay, please welcome Sabina.
This is the 3 example of passive voice that I found on this message. The first is it's formed from neural cells. It is refers to subject. Is the to be, and form is the verb, and the verb that used in this passive voice is verb 3. The second is desire is connected to the epidermis. The desire is refers to subject, is to be, and connected is the verb 3. And the last is desire is divided into the 2 regions. Desire is refers to the subject, is the to be, and divided is the verb 3.
Okay, thank you Sabita. Give applause everyone for Sabita. Okay, have you done the same as Sabita's have work? Sudah sama pekerjaannya dengan Sabita?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay everyone, let's go to task 3. In this task, I would like you to do that individually, yeah, not group work. Okay, individually. Do that on your LKPD and then submit your work. Ya, silakan dikerjakan task 3 itu, kerjakan mandiri tanpa bantuan teman, kemudian nanti dikumpulkan. Okay, is that clear everyone? Task 3? Okay, now it's time for you. I give you 10 minutes. Right, silakan. Langsung jawabannya saja. Langsung saja jawabannya saja. clear understanding about the social function? Tadi sudah tahu social functionnya? You have clear understanding